Happy Saturday, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. My name is Teresa. I am chasing creativity. My page is about not reinventing the wheel, just making it pretty. This is part 2 of the paper flower, making paper flowers that we spoke about the other day. And I just, a refresher, wanted to bring up a couple of the points that we talked about. Using double-sided paper versus using one-sided paper, using a stylus pen versus the bone folder and the scoring pen that comes with my electric cutter. We also spoke about using the foam sponge as opposed to just a regular sponge, your hand, and using a foam that I use for, I picked up at Michael's and I used this one right here. Sorry, I couldn't find it, and then I realized where it was. So this right here, the foam, just a piece of foam. We talked about those, and then we also talked about starting off slow. So I will start from starting off slow. The most important thing you can do is just print off 1 or 2, play around with it. I can't tell you how many flowers are in my trash right now. It is full because I'm a critic of my hard work. I know we all are. And I hear very often that people don't post as much because they're also critics. So I hope that in my search to stepping out of the box, believing in myself, having more confidence, and just doing it without overthinking and overanalyzing everything. I'm hoping that together we can grow and learn on this beautiful process of crafting. So the first point that I wanted to discuss was, I'm going to start at the bottom, starting off slow. I really believe that is key to learning how to make these flowers. My advice, and the thing that I am going to try very hard to do, is using more of my scrap paper. We have this. I can't be the only one, guys. I used to have bins and bins of these, but in one of my earlier videos, I believe I showed how much I had tossed, just because I wanted to not be so overwhelmed with the amount of tools that I have. So I still say yes, start off slow using 3 or 4 pieces of the same flower, maybe 1 or 2 different kinds of flowers. For double-sided paper, it is best, it's pretty, but if you don't have it, what I did was I pulled out my Distress Oxide. I forgot that I had this. Tim Holtz has this Distress Oxide and the other, but one of them is not Distress Oxide. One of them has more of a vintage look, and I love that. I use that on all of my Halloween crafts. But this right here, these Distress Oxides are beautiful, very rich in colors, and I just dabbed a couple of swipes along the top, and look how beautiful and thick this is. So while it is not a double-sided paper, it looks great. I think it's absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful, and you really can make it however you want. So I'm a big advocate for, let's use what we have, friends. Cricut has an insane amount of free flowers if you subscribe. Silhouette has a crazy amount of beautiful flowers. If you have a Silhouette, they or don't have a Silhouette, they now offer the SVG that is compatible with Cricut. So Paige Evans has these beautiful flowers, and that's what these are. These are purchased off of Paige Evans, and I was completely inspired by my friend Crafting with Liller. I think I said that the other day. And the Love Pink Dragonflies. She's great, very patient. On to the next thing. We discussed using the Stylus Pen versus the bone folder versus the homemade bead on a skewer like I did in one of my very first videos last year, or using the pen that scores, the scoring pen. And the only reason I tried this was because it was metal and I really wanted to see the difference in it. Okay, so this is the game changer, friends. So if you'll remember, we talked about the bone press and how, you know, I tried it and I don't think it was a bad thing. Once you learn really how to do it, you know, with you get your groove, you find out what works. It doesn't always come out this pretty. In my eye, I can see that these have creases or very tiny tears, and I don't want to send something that's not all the way correct, right? I know that. I know I'm not the only one. If you'll see this was also done with the bone press. So if this is the back end, it's going to show. Even if you put ink on it, it will show. So, you know, let's not play with that. So then I tried using the this one right here with my Cricut, and this I used the foam, which is my next question is, do we need the foam? Can we use a regular foam versus the sponge versus the specific shape foam that is you can purchase? And I can tell you that I used this on this regular foam and it does work. This foam is not as cushiony. So it works, but you have to give it a little bit of, you have to put some elbow grease in it. And then if you have something like this, a smaller one, then you run the risk of, number one, tearing your paper. Number two, you run the risk of creasing your paper. So if you'll see the creases on this side, you know, and again, some people don't notice that. Some people don't mind that. I do mind that. So this is a regular foam, 3D foam. I picked this up from Hobby Lobby. It was on sale, and I used it for the 3D effect, popping up my embellishments. I found this sponge. Okay, so here we are. We're going to use this right here, right? Then I found this sponge. And this is literally just a piece of foam from something that was mailed to me. I just grabbed it. It was free, guys. Dumpster dive if you have to. I don't mean that literally, but utilize what you have before you feel like you have to go out and you have to purchase all this extra stuff. So I just grabbed this foam. I wanted to challenge myself and I wanted to see if it worked. So I received the stylus tools yesterday. Very excited. I have the link down below on part 1 of my channel. And I'm very excited. It comes with a variety of sizes, which is great because not all flowers are big. I mean, this is great. You have a great amount of quality of stuff here. So let's try using just a clear piece of paper on the other side with our stylus ball. And I'm going to use the middle size, and let's just start seeing. Now, friends, this right here, look at this. This is absolutely, it does everything itself, everything. So this is amazing. I can't even begin to tell you, or, you know, Love Pink Dragonflies actually pointed out how much easier these are to make if you have the stylus tool. And I can't begin to tell you, friends, she's right. This is amazing. You don't have to apply that much pressure. It helps if you have something that has a little bit more bounce back and is not as hard. But look at this. I'm not even holding it, friends, and it's coming up beautifully. I'm so excited to play. That is what I plan on doing today. I'm going to play with this. They also come with all of these different sizes, and I believe that the ones that are smaller actually have a lot. These are for the smaller pieces or for the petals maybe. And the good thing about these stylus pens is they're affordable. I think I paid $8.99 for the entire box of 8 or 9 pieces. They come in this cute little box that you keep secure, to keep them secure with. But look at the difference, friends. It's insane. Yes, I'm going to say, if you are able to get the Stylus Pen, get the Stylus Pen. I recommend the metal. The plastic is a little bit harsh. And again, it is your pressure. You have to adjust your pressure. So as you continue making these, they are going to actually really become easier, and you're going to fall in love with the process. The number one thing that I have had people tell me all the while, all up in, I posted that was, this is so frustrating. It's so intimidating, friends, but I'm actually having fun with this because this Stylus Pen does everything. It takes all the work out. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to pressure it. Ideally, you would like this a little bit bigger, but it was free. It was free. It was a packing piece of foam. So this is a great way to start. That way you can actually find your niche, friends. Look at this. And the smaller the metal head, the more your stuff. Absolutely. It does everything for you. So play around with what you have. That is my motto. Let's find a way that's going to work first. Use your tools. Use your tools. Use your tools. Use your tools. Ideally, you want to obviously do this first. But if you don't, that's completely up to you. Use what you have, and you find something else. And then you just move on from there. You do it how you like to do it, because at the end of the day, guys, crafting shouldn't be so stressful. Thank you for joining me on my journey to find out how to make these foam papers, flowers. And I really think, friends, even that's pretty. I really think I'm going to really enjoy this process. I'm very excited to say that, this works. I give this a thumbs up. If you have nothing else, or don't do anything else, or don't pick up anything else, you definitely want to get a Stylus Pen. You don't need the 9 like I got. I just found a great deal on Amazon. And it just has all these different sizes, friends. But there it is. That's my take. I didn't invent the paper flowers. I didn't invent the cup creation, but I loved it. I loved the way that it looked. So I definitely wanted to challenge myself to try it. So, Love Pink Dragonflies, thank you so much for your tutorial and your patience, because I watched it a few times. Crafting with Lillard, thank you so much for posting your beautiful flowers that you made, because it really wanted, I really wanted to use a better, the better tools to make a better flower. And, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you decide or you have questions, if you want to make these flowers, then please let me know if you have any questions. Hashtag chasing creativity, hashtag paper flowers. This is great, guys. I'm going to spend some time playing around with these before I add the bling to it. I just kind of want to learn how to add the body first. Have a great Saturday, a great weekend. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to me by leaving a comment below. Happy Saturday, friends. I hope you have a peaceful and wonderful day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.